Every year, behind locked hotel doors and armed security, the world's most powerful bankers, politicians, royals, and tech moguls gather in total secrecy. Private jets descend on remote airfields, blacked-out limousines ferry figures like Henry Kissinger and Bill Gates past barricades, and inside, a global agenda takes shape. There's no press, no public, no accountability. This is the Bilderberg Group, and what happens here could shape your future. Founded in 1954, the Bilderberg Group was originally created to foster dialogue between Europe and North America in the aftermath of World War II. Its very first meeting was held at the Hotel de Bilderberg in the Netherlands, which is how the group got its name. The initial goal was noble: to prevent another global conflict by encouraging understanding between the world's power players. But over the decades, the attendee list became more elite, the security grew tighter, and the entire operation became shrouded in an impenetrable veil of secrecy. What started as a post-war forum has evolved into one of the most exclusive and mysterious gatherings on the planet. Officially, the meetings are governed by the Chatham House rule, which means everything is off the record. Attendees can use the information they learn, but they can't quote or attribute what's said to any specific person. This is meant to encourage open and honest debate. But when you have billionaires, former heads of the CIA, and literal royalty gathering with prime ministers and tech CEOs behind closed doors, people naturally start to notice. Let's look at who shows up, because that's where it gets interesting. In past years, the invitation-only guest list has included top executives from Google, Facebook, and BP, the heads of Goldman Sachs and the European Central Bank, senior members of NATO, and even reigning monarchs. The group is Defenders will tell you it's just a high-level networking event, a chance for influential people to speak freely without public scrutiny. But critics look at that same list and see something else entirely: a shadow government, pulling strings from behind the curtain. So, what do they actually discuss in these clandestine meetings? The group releases a vague agenda each year, with topics that sound both important and intentionally broad. We see keywords like AI and geopolitics, the future of banking, climate engineering, and transatlantic relations. These are the very issues that define our modern world. But here's the catch: no transcripts are ever published, no official decisions are ever recorded, and as we've established, no press is allowed inside. This policy of total opacity raises a fundamental question. If there's nothing to hide, why go to such extreme lengths to hide it? The level of security surrounding a Bilderberg meeting is almost hard to believe. We're talking armed guards, military-grade surveillance, no-fly zones imposed over the hotels, and private airfields closed to all other traffic. Journalists who get too close have been turned away or even detained. Protesters gather outside the barricades every year, demanding transparency, but their questions are met with a wall of silence. Former insiders and organizers defend the secrecy, arguing it's essential for free and frank discussion. But when the future of global trade, war, and finance is potentially being shaped in total privacy, you have to ask, is this how a democracy is supposed to work? Or is this something else entirely? This secrecy has, unsurprisingly, fueled countless theories. Some believe Bilderberg is the beating heart of a new world order, a cabal that secretly decides who becomes president, which nations go to war, and which currencies will survive the next decade. The idea is that major global events aren't accidents, but are instead planned in these meetings. On the other hand, more mainstream voices argue it's just an elite social club, no different from the World Economic Forum in Davos, just with better PR control and a lot less publicity. It's a place for the powerful to exchange ideas, not to issue directives. With this much money and influence concentrated in one room, the truth is likely somewhere in the gray area between those two extremes. So let's step back. Once a year, the world's most powerful people meet in a secret location to discuss the future of the planet, and none of us are allowed to know what they say. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe complex problems require candid, private conversations among experts, Or maybe it's incredibly dangerous, concentrating that much unaccountable power in the hands of a select few. But one thing is absolutely certain. They're making the rules. The rest of us are just living in them. Thank you for watching. What do you think? Is the Bilderberg Group a shadow government or just a highly exclusive think tank? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this interesting, be sure to subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode, where we'll dive into the Vatican's secret archives. See you next time.